again. Anyways, I'm gonna get straight to the point and go into depth about the older ATF games like Osaka, Sandstorm. Now, I will say this, I could not find ATF 1 except the remastered version from Project Spark. If you could link that to me in the comments, maybe I can go ahead and review it later, like add on to it. So anyways, if you're like me, an OG player of Roblox, you'll remember some of the VIP game passes that you had to buy a long time ago. Anyways, let's see what happened. Okay. Anyways, we're just gonna dive into something. I don't know what this is. Does it kill me too? Oh my god. What is this? Also, I didn't know this part of Osaka existed. Anyways, this is an outcast with the red flu. Anyways, in all reality, this game takes place in 2054. Basically, the story of how Osaka starts. Long time ago, during the 2032, on November 2nd, you know, world go boom. Alright, and basically, the United States Marine Corps were the 32nd company of the Marines. Basically, they flew over trying to get to China, but instead they crash landed into Japan. Japan's forces, NJLF. Basically, they found them there while the Marines were basically like crash landed due to the EMP that struck. They were like, "Hey, what you doing on my turf?" And the Marines were like, "Oh, we just crashed you." And then NJLF was like, "I bet." Racked their guns and then started a whole war. I think in the end, Marines won. This was like back in 2011 and all that. It's pretty old. But there's also a upper part to this too. So we're just gonna head up top. But this was also not just an RP game. It was like a shoot 'em up game. It was the last one too. ATF 1 and ATF 2 were like that. The GUI for this game is also pretty broken. It doesn't work properly. And for example, open this, same contents, choose item, nothing appears. And I would guess that's like nothing in there or something. I don't know. Hold on. What if I try the other one? I don't really know if I like examine crate. Whoa! And then I can't choose it out. Stolen crate. Anyways, there used to be missions in this because like this was a survival game back then. And then all this stuff. What is D-Corp? How is D-Corp in the game? Anyways, then you got this. I don't know why it says radiation health. You got health, I would guess, hunger, and thirst. And so I'm guessing this was like a quote-unquote Minecraft sort of thing. Because that was popular back in the day, and I really don't want to go back to that. Anyways, we're going to head to Sandstorm now. I keep hearing, "Oh, everybody, Sandstorm was better than Mirage, the community." No. It's like no one cares anymore. You just got to adapt and buckle down in your seatbelt and get used to it. Anyways, if I hit done, basically what's going to happen, since I tested all the games beforehand, basically what's going to happen is, yeah, you're not going to be able to load. It's just going to be a black screen. That's what happened in one of the other games for me. Anyways, I got a whole bunch of packs. This was like back in 2012. And, it's kind of crazy. Look at the dog. It looks like a bear or something. But, yeah, let's go with the USCPF. Not a fan of them, but whatever. And then let's just go Coast Guard base. Yeah, it was a pretty big map back in the day because, I mean, some computers couldn't even handle this because, reminder, it was 2011. Like, computers like Windows 10 weren't even around. Basically, you had Windows XP, Windows 7, all that crap. so it was kind of hard to get into bigger games like this. I don't know if the GUI was like totally broken on this whole game, but this was the RP game that everybody remembers. What's this? Hmm. Now this is I talked about the ray guns that were sent to Puerto Rico. Yeah, I don't think this is really that interesting, but gives you some insight on the lore. Anyways, this is Sandstorm. Not much to it. Not much after it. It's just the RP game that most people remember if they're like the big OG of the community. So now we're gonna head to Darkness. Now Darkness is a little bit more unique. It was the first official game to really have a different kind of timeline. I know there's a 3.5, but I'm not gonna get into depth with that because it's a 3.5 game. Although I am gonna be going into depth with another number .5 game. Anyways, Darkness, if I'm correct, it has. Come on. Alright, if I'm correct right now, it should be having what you call it? Soundtrack playing right now. So basically, it was a crazy thing back then. So let's go up top because there's top and bottom. This is up on the basic like ground, and then there was like the sewer place. Now I have played this game before. Basically, what I did was, when Chad was streaming one day, eventually went around and we basically RP'd for like half an hour until just chaos erupted. He left, went on to Farlands too, which is a stinky game. But yeah, I guess you say it's alright. Oh my goodness, but my favorite track on the radios, Someday by Sugar Ray, man. That's my favorite. Anyways, yeah, that's basically what Darkness was. It was like the war had happened like before 2032, if I'm correct. So really, you don't have all the technology like you would, or would have at the time. So, yeah, it's so interesting, but not much. Alright, it's similar to Rain, but in Sandstorm, but yeah, the GUI works a whole lot better, just like Sandstorm. It's not competitive shooter type. It just had a different lore. It was unique for the time. We're gonna head to Rain now, a game that everybody still talks about, even to this day. Alright. Not too much about this. Alright, I don't think there's really much about Rain, except everybody remembers Crane Town and all that stuff. It's not really loading right for me. Not yet. I'm gonna give it a few. It loaded for me earlier. Might have to. Oh yeah. That's what I gotta do. But no radio after that. First time, you're done. Because then it takes you to that. And I think this is pretty cool. I think it also kind of fits the style of the Spark games, but Spark games were made like quite a bit after. Anyways, this is Rain. Rain took place in 2103, down in Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. Everybody talks about this game. I mean, even to this day, when I'm like RPing or I'm OOC for a moment, talking to somebody. They always talk about rain. They're just like, hey, you remember how rain was good? And then, like, since I didn't really come around since rain, maybe deep winter, that's when I started, sort of. But anyways, they're like, hey, rain was awesome. And I'm like over here just rubbing my head because they're talking about the good golden days, I guess you could say. But sometimes, like I said earlier, you just gotta adapt. Anyways, rain it's talked about. I think the sounds are different. Like guns. I don't know, that might be something else. Anyways, nothing really too much on it. But yeah, that's rain. It's quite interesting. The radio soundtrack was awesome, and then in the next one you'll hear something crazy. Or at least I think it's crazy in my opinion. And I'll probably be quiet for a moment so that way you guys can hear it. Anyways, we're gonna head to Frost. Dang it. Okay, I guess I didn't pull it up right. Nope, here it is. Frost. This was also... It's like Deep Winter, but instead it takes place in rain setting Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. Anyways, I'm gonna shut up so that way you can hear the radio broadcast if it goes on.
Harbor, this is Rad Radio AM coming at you with the news. Last night, CDF reported gunfire being taken from an unknown location. The CDF urged civilians to stay indoors until they could give the all clear. Rumor has it that a firefight erupted between two groups of bandits at the intersection of Main Street and Turndown Street. I recommend you stay in
and I think that should be good enough for broadcast, I think, because something's wrong with my OBS and I can't really hear game volume, so I'm kind of just having to go at a guess. Anyways, like I said, it was set around a little bit above deep winter time, all that stuff. It's a little interesting. I mean, what's all this? Is that like a badge or something? I don't know. But it's pretty cool. And I think the gun sounds are broken. There's no radio in this because it's broken. See, even the snow textures are still reused. Ringtown. I wonder if I can climb the tab. You know what, I'm actually gonna find that out right now. So I have all the time in the world. But since this is basically my quote-unquote voice reveal, I don't really care if you thought I sounded like this or not. It's just what it is. But anyways, I don't know why people never talk about like the .5 games. Is it just because they're like different timelines? I never hear about them. I didn't find out till them about recently. I don't really know about like the mainer games like Darkness. Because I've played the older games before, like way after they were even released. What if I did this? I don't really know the factions that were in Frost or Rain. I wasn't really active with Rain, like I said earlier. Is there a scope on this or anything? Let me see what other buttons can. I'm not loaded. That's not what I wanted to do. It's pretty gamer, man. Yeah, nothing really we can do. Anyways, wait. I'm not sure if you can hear it, but yeah, this is Frost. It was, I don't know, I'd say miss, honestly. I mean, I don't want to say this was a cash grabbing game because I was never around for it. I don't think this was even as popular as Rain. Anyways, we're gonna hit a deep 6 on a deep winner. And I know I did not include deep 6. No, I did include deep 6. Yeah, we're skipping deep winner. Yeah, forget deep winner. Anyways, our quest is about to come to a everlasting conclusion. Now this is the second mode. Ow! I stubbed my toe! Anyways, this is the second most recent game, Deep 6. Never got heavily involved with Deep 6 because I got in Deep Winter. So anyways, this takes place in 2115. It takes place after the Atlanta crisis. Basically, CDF are aligned with the with Brazil, and yeah, they're basically aligned with Brazil. Like everything's going to crazy stuff. It's just, I think it's confusing for all this. I mean, D Corp's in the game. USCPF, PRT, MEB. I think this is PRT. Yeah, that's PRT. CDF. Honestly, I think CDF's a whole bunch of femboys, but that's just me. Yeah, it's alright. Like I said, I never really got heavy into it. I'm not gonna play Mirage because everybody has already played Mirage and there's nothing to review on it. And I do not want to do this again. So, Southside, all that good stuff. I think this was the time where ATF really grew again. Because, I mean, Rain was big. I'm not sure about Deep 6, though, but I think this one got pretty big. Oh, no, my phone's going off. Okay, that's it. Anyway, yeah, that's really about it. Nothing, about it. It's just kind of, I don't know, I think it's pretty crazy to go back to something that you were really never a part of in the first place and just see where to now to where you begin all the way back to years ago when it started. It's just, I guess you could say it's a nostalgic dance. But anyways, that's really about it. I really hope you didn't like it. Please do not bother me. And do not, don't be him. That's all I ask. Do not be him. Anyways, I'm gonna head out like, yeah!